With the 20th anniversary of the September 11th attacks approaching, a new documentary delves into perspectives of the first responders who were directly involved in the event. 20 years after 9/11, more than two-thirds of New York City firefighters and EMTs who responded to the World Trade Center or worked on the pile of toxic wreckage have a long-term illness. More than 11,000 FDNY members have been diagnosed with conditions from asthma and reflux to PTS or cancer. Healing the Heroes of 9/11 is a documentary that looks at the stories of 5 9/11 first responders, their battle with post-traumatic stress following the attacks, and their journey toward healing. Joining us now to tell us more about this documentary is award-winning director and producer Michael Gier. Sir, welcome back to Forum Daily.
Thank you for having me.
Now, this documentary will be released on the 20th anniversary of the 9/11 attacks, and this is a very special anniversary considering that this is also the year that military forces are withdrawing from Afghanistan. What is the message you want to send through this film, sir?
It's a very important message, and it's that post-traumatic stress can be healed. If you can imagine what 9/11 first responders went through, what they saw, what they experienced firsthand, and their battle with post-traumatic stress the last 20 years, and then we see them heal from post-traumatic stress, that shows that anybody can heal.
And how did the idea of producing this film come about?
Well, I had a film called Wounded Heroes that was released this last March, and it was also a film about post-traumatic stress, and it featured many different alternative treatments that help anybody that is battling post-traumatic stress. Dan Jarvis was featured in that film. He runs a nonprofit called 220, and we've remained friends last few years. And he contacted me and said, Michael, what do you think about this idea? I want to do a film called Healing the Heroes of 9/11. Will you produce and direct it for us? I said, absolutely. And that started us on this journey. He literally called me about 2.5 months ago. This has been a very quick project. It's going to be so impactful, though, but it's being brought to the world by 220, and they're giving it away for free. It'll be available online for anybody to watch.
And can you tell us a little bit more on the type of mental and physical challenges that the first responders involved in the 9/11 attacks in this film have experienced?
Well, they all said the same thing, that unless you were there in person, we have no idea what really took place. Video, pictures, that it just doesn't do it justice. Many times they said the biggest thing that was a struggle was that they were there to rescue. They were all gung-ho, looking for lives to save, and there were none. That was just it was devastating for all of them. There were none. And the smell of the bodies burning, they talked about. One of our first responders, she was buried twice as the towers came down. She was completely encapsulated with a few others twice. They escaped, but of course that caused a lot of trauma. Our Pentagon first responder talking about everything he experienced, going in and out all night long, looking for people, trying to help, only to find out the next day during the daytime, he had been walking over bodies that he didn't even realize were bodies. Of course, that was traumatic for him. Just many, many things they experienced.
Some very powerful words there, sir. So walk us through their journeys that these first responders had to go through and how they eventually found healing.
Well, the good news is when we met them, they were still battling post-traumatic stress and had a lot of issues. Some couldn't even come back into New York. Carlo had never gone back to the Pentagon, even the memorial. John couldn't go back to Ground Zero. Like I said, sleepless nights, anger, isolation, so many things that they were battling for 20 years. Then we put them through something called TRP, Trauma Resiliency Protocol, which is something that 220.org does. And then afterwards, we film them again and we see the life-changing results. John does go back to Ground Zero. We film him in the museum walking around. Carla was going back this Saturday to the Pentagon on September 11th for the first time ever in 20 years. Life changes. If they can change, anybody can heal.
All right, sir, tell us a little bit more about this trauma resiliency protocol, how it was developed, how it works, and how many people it has helped already. Just about a minute left here, sir.
Okay, well, there are thousands that have been helped by it. And it's a neurological intervention separating the emotion from the memory. You don't even have to talk about the trauma, but they can completely heal you in less than an hour. Sometimes it takes 2 or 3 sessions, but usually less than an hour, and you get your life back.
All right, sir, just about 45 seconds here. But we're hearing a lot of concern from veterans who were involved in the Afghanistan mission this year. And you're recommending your other documentary, Wounded Heroes, might be able to help. So tell us a little bit about this film and how it could help.
Well, the reason it can help is it provides a lot of different things, not just alternative treatments that are life-saving and very similar to what Dan is doing through 220 with TRP, but there's also many other steps that can be implemented for success to help people battling post-traumatic stress.
All right, sir, 20 seconds left, but really quickly, where can our viewers watch these documentaries?
Wounded Heroes is on Amazon, iTunes, Google Play. It's all over the different platforms. And 220 is releasing the film online on September 11th for free, YouTube, Vimeo, and their website, 220.org.
All right, can't wait for that release, sir. Thank you again for your time today.
Thank you.